Another huge matchup coming to New York City. Big Baby Miller and Anthony Joshua. What does Mark Breland think about this fight?
Now, Big Baby Miller, he's a MMA fighter. But my only problem with him, he's a nice guy. My only problem with him is he comes in, he walks around sometimes with 300 pounds, you know, and I'm like, for what? And you know, why are you carrying all that weight around? You're gonna bust your heart. You're trying to get, if you get into a match where you got a guy who's gonna fight, and you know, you're going toe to toe, you know, who knows what's gonna happen? Because you know, that's a lot of weight to carry around.
Are there any benefits to him carrying that much weight around?
I don't see it. No, I don't know. Because you could, I mean, my thing, you could punch just as hard, I guess, at 275 than 300. You got carrying on that weight with you for no reason.
If you break down the fight technically, who's the better boxer of the two, Joshua or Miller? And why?
I think Joshua's the best. Well, I think Joshua's the best boxer of the two because Miller, he comes from the MMA era. He's from the MMA era, and you know, the MMA guys can't really box. They rely on their feet. So I think Joshua may be the better boxer. But if Big Baby catching him,
you think Big Baby has the power to knock Joshua out?
I think he does, yeah.
Do you think he has an advantage that the fight's in New York City at Madison Square Garden in his backyard?
No. That's up to, I mean, because if Joshua don't care, who cares?
At the press conference, Big Baby shoved Joshua, and Joshua looked a little reserved.
I mean, my thing is, you know, what Big Baby don't get, I'm like, suppose you do something and you push this guy and mess something up on him, you know, fall and this is not wrestling, this is not choreographed. You understand what I'm saying? And you're a big guy, you banging on these guys, man. Yo, you don't need to, you're getting paid, you don't need to do that. You know, stop putting on the show. What you putting the show on? The show is the night of the fight. That's when you put the show on. I don't get it.
Do you think Big Baby needs that knockout to beat Joshua?
Yeah.
You don't see him winning on the scorecard?
No.
If it goes the distance, who do you give the advantage to?
I don't think it's going the distance.
No?
Because Big Baby, you know, he comes in, you know, now he gets tired quick because he's carrying all that weight around. That's one disadvantage he has. He gets tired fast, but I think if Joshua, you know, come right to him, well, I can't say come right to him because if you go right to him, you might get clipped. But I think Joshua beat him though, in the long run.
You got Joshua win the fight?
Yeah.
So,
but at any point in that fight, if you get clipped, you can take Joshua out too.
So percentage-wise, would you say it's a 50-50 fight, 60-40 fight, 70-30?
I give it 60-40 Joshua.
So was it disappointing when Fury signed with Top Rank and then you knew the rematch was not likely to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was, but it, you know, they want to put a monkey wrench in the game somewhere along the line. So, you know, I guess he's gonna try to have him fight somebody else, have him, you know, fight. Who knows? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on with boxing with these guys. Not promoters with the promoters, because you're getting guys coming in this promoter, that promoter, this promoter, that promoter. I'm like, who's doing what?
Who is doing what?
I'm glad I'm not fighting right now.
Do you think that was a way of him ducking, or do you think that was business? Do you think he wanted the rematch?
I think it was more business. I think it was more business.
Do you see the rematch ever happening?
If Deontay still be fighting.
How long down the line are we talking here?
Oh, you know, if it happens, because, I mean, I don't think they'll fight Deontay no time soon.
Oh, so you think it's like 5-10 years down the line? So Brazil is next on the list. Break that down to me. I think your face says it all.
But, you know, I mean, you know, at the press conference, you know, he was talking. I guess he had to do something for, you know, he couldn't sit there and, you know, think. He couldn't sit there like, you know, and look like no little punk. So, I mean, he started talking back, but he didn't believe what he was saying, you know. And the thing is, you know, I mean, I watched him fight. His last fight when he fought at the Barclays Center. You know, he's too. You know, he's kind of soft when it comes to boxing. But don't get me wrong, no disrespect to Virgil. Kind of great trainer, but I don't think you can do too much with him. You know, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
So this is a guy that got knocked out by Anthony Joshua already. Are you predicting knockout in this fight?
Oh, no doubt. I don't see it going 3 rounds.
Not over 3? Wow. That's falling. Does he give any trouble at all?
I don't see it. If he does, I'd be very surprised.
So this fight's going to be on Showtime. Deontay re-upped with Showtime and turned down the DAZN offer. Did you know, were you in the planning or decision making as far as that's concerned?
No, I have nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do. That's all Finkel and Haven.
Bingo.
Bingo bongo. So after Brazil, so we talking 3rd round knockout, so he could fight again in what, 2-3 months?
3 months.
Is there a roadmap for Wilder of who he's going to fight this year?
Well, we still want Joshua, but Joshua don't want us. They keep saying we want, you know, Deontay won't fight us, but Deontay called him out several times. Every time we turn around, Deontay calls him out. And then he fights some of the same guys he keep fighting. So I'm like, they don't really want to fight.
So should the fans expect the Wilder Joshua fight in 2019?
Or 20.
Or 20?
Or 20.
What about Big Baby as a potential opponent?
I mean, he might be okay. I mean, he just do some. I mean, you know, I know him as a MMA fighter. But as a boxer, I know him as a boxer too. But he's a better. His strategy, I don't dig his strategy because you know, you're gonna take some shots, get some shots. You know, some of these guys hit hard. And you're small, you know, he's a small guy, but I just don't see it. Nice guy, but
Deontay's last fight, he came in around 217, 219.
right.
And a lot of these heavyweights are a little bigger, like Joshua's 275-ish, Big Baby's 300. Is Wilder going to stay at the 217 mark, or is he going to put on some pounds, or?
No, he was sick. Matter of fact, he was sick. He was coming. He had a virus or something, and that's why he was down there. That's why he lost so much weight. But I think he'll probably come in like maybe 225 next time. He came down a little bit too low for that fight.
What weight do you like him at best?
225 is good. Yeah, 225 is good.
And why is 225 a good weight?
I mean, it's not too small, not too, and he's lean. He's a lean guy, and he can punch. I think he punches, and I think he'll have a better punch at 225.
Now, from watching the press conference and seeing him in the ring as well, he's a little more intense lately. Did something change with Deontay? He seems a little more focused, a little more hungry. Did something change?
No, well, he's always, from what I know, he's always been like that.
You see it in his eyes now. Yeah. It's like, dun, 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 the eye of the tiger, man.
The whole thing, he loves boxing, that's his thing, and it's like, now you got, Big Baby, you got Tyson Fury again, and Joshua. Those are Joshua's the main fight. That's the main fight we want. If we want, Tyson again, sure, but those are the two main fights he's looking to get. But they keep making them run around, giving them the run around, fighting everybody else but that guy.
Do you think we'll ever see these fights, and if they're not under the same promotion umbrella? Because it seems like there's a lot going on with the different promoters and the people behind the scenes that's stopping this fight from happening.
Right. Everybody, my thing, everybody wants to see Joshua Deontay. Nobody wants to see. People, we would like to see Tyson Fury again, but we'd like to get Joshua.
There was talks that he may fight Klitschko at the end of the year.
Deontay?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, they said he may fight him at the end of 2019. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, none yet. I haven't heard nothing.
What about Dillian Whyte? Dillian Whyte's another. Mark, I swear, boy, when a question hits you, it's all over your face. You like this? Yeah.
Dillian Whyte, he's an opponent. How many times Joshua fought him? Joshua fought that boy. How many times Joshua fought him? Two or three times already? Once? I don't know, that name came up a lot when he fight. But I could beat Dillian Whyte.
You think so? What do you think of Dillian Whyte's skills? Would you knock Dillian Whyte out, Mark?
Yes, I would.
Give me a round.
Third round. But my thing with Dillian Whyte, he's made for Deontay. Guy like that, he comes right to you. And if Joshua stops him, Deontay stops him early.
What about Usyk? Usyk's a guy coming up from Cruiserweight to hang with the big boys. Pretty good boxing skills. Does he pose a threat at heavyweight?
No. I don't see it. A lot of these guys come up, but they, a lot of guys don't think Deontay can punch.
Why?
I guess because he's small. They figure he can go right in. But, I guess, you gotta, the proof is in the pudding, once you get him in the ring, you see how hard he can punch. I guess, guys want to get in there and you figure, let him hit me and not go out. Hope it don't hurt.
Are we seeing a resurgence of the heavyweight division now? Because this is the first time, I want to say, in like 15, 20 years where I could name more than 3 competitive fights between heavyweights. Because you could mix and match them and you have at least some good combinations.
Right.
Is this a resurgence for the heavyweight division, or how do you see it?
Well, we're looking, the thing is, we need to get, I'm hoping we can get some fighters. Well, the ones that are there, Well, like I said, you got the big babies, but then you got
Joshua, Fury, Big
well,
Baby.
you got Joshua, Fury, big baby.
Usyk now, depending on how he does at heavyweight. He was a good cruiserweight.
Okay.
Depending on how he does at heavyweight.
Right.
You got Dillian Whyte is a name.
Right.
Not, whatever.
But there's no big bangers other than Deontay and Joshua.
Why is that?
And Joshua's not, he's not a big puncher to me. He's not. Look who he's fighting.
Why is that though? Why is we're in the era of heavyweight and there's only really one heavyweight now with one punch knockout power? Why is that? Heavyweight used to be the division of slam bam thinking, man.
Well, I think you got these guys going in now knowing I can get knocked out but want to get paid. I'm not going to let them beat me up bad. I'm going to just get hit. Or maybe I can fight this guy. And this guy, I can get a good fight with this guy. Who knows?
So you just think guys are getting touched and calling it a day?
Yeah, I mean, look, Dominic, play football, ex-football player or whatever. He's not gonna wear no helmet. He don't feel it all.
He gonna feel the pain.
He don't feel every bit of it.
Last dynamic knockout here was when Deontay knocked out Romain Stavern. Did you see Stavern last fight?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Got knocked out.
Again?
Yeah.
He needs to stop.
Do you think it's time for Romain to hang him up?
Yeah. When you start getting knockout after knockout, don't look good on your record.
How do you think he was as a boxer, his overall career?
He wasn't bad. He wasn't too bad, but just short. He's too short, I think.
His arms or just physically?
Physically.
Do you think there should be another division above heavyweight? Because now we have some super big heavyweights that's like 6'7", 6'8", 275.
No, you don't want to see no guys running around just. No, you're gonna have guys who look like basketball players. I don't want to see that kind of fight. They're gonna fight like basketball players.
But can we legitimately put a 6 foot, 200-pound guy in the ring with someone 6'8", 300 pounds and expect it to be a cadet? It's like Valuev. It's like remember Valuev, the Russian guy?
Oh, Russian guy, yeah.
That's a whole nother class to itself.
Exactly. When you got these guys coming out, I mean, my thing, I'm like this here. If I was the promoter and you come to me weighing 300, 400, 300 something pounds, 400 pounds, I'm not gonna let you fight. I don't care how big you are. No.
Jump around like that, move around.
That's a lawsuit right there. You're gonna bust your heart. You're gonna move around 2 rounds and fall out? No. I don't want to manage that one.
Do you think there should be a cap to the heavyweight division?
I think it should be a cap to the heavyweight division, depending on age and weight. Because if you come out there, you come out weighing 400 pounds and you're 35 years old, something ain't right. It's not going to add up. Especially you come out there when you're in your late 40s, still trying to come out there. No, it don't work. That's going to slow you down all the way.
What's the number one attribute a heavyweight should have? Power or skill?
Skill.
Explain.
Because if you got good skills, you can outbox somebody, slip, got good defense, move, box, tire a guy up, tire a guy out. Just have the skills to get out the way.